You're listening to Crowning Ignorant Kings, a podcast for citizens with like minds who love God, follow Christ, and have a desire to be an ambassador for the kingdom of heaven on earth. We are John and Charlene Donelson. We're teachers building a kingdom community. Thank you again for joining us. Now let's adjust our crowns.
The lion is the leader of all the animals. As a matter of fact, here's a puzzle. An army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions if they're led by a sheep. I'm going to say it one more time because some of you are slow. An army of sheep, get it, led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions if they are led by a sheep. What does this parable mean? It means that leadership determines the quality of the followers. It means that leadership can transform cowards into warriors. It means that true leadership and good leadership can transform timid, fearful people into bold, fearless people. Leadership. In other words, the quality of the followers is determined by the quality of the leadership. And this is why when your football team is not winning or your basketball team is not winning, you don't fire the players. Who do you fire? The coach. Now what's amazing is you fire the coach and you hire a new coach with the same players. And the next season they win. Which means there was nothing wrong with the players. There was something wrong with who? The coach, the leader. So if your organization is not working right, or your department is not effective, they should fire you. If your church is not growing, your ministry is not prospering, the ministry is not expanding, then you don't fire the members. You fire who? The pastor. Say it. Leadership determines everything. This nation is no better than its prime minister. The church is no better than the pastor. The team is no better than the coach. The department is no better than the manager. So if something is wrong with the organization, it's because of leadership. And this is why when man fell through the instigation of manipulation of the woman, God never asked for the woman, because she was not the leader of the home. When something goes wrong in the organization, you always look for the leader. So leadership is the key to everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why it's important to understand leadership. The lion is an amazing creature. The lion is the leader of the animal kingdom. Now here's a mystery. The lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. He's not the strongest. He's not the most powerful. He's not the biggest. He's not the most intelligent. And yet the lion is the leader. Tell your neighbor there's hope for you. Come on, tell somebody there's hope for you. The lion is a mystery. The elephant is 80 times bigger than the lion. The giraffe is 115 times taller than the lion. The hippo is 50 times heavier than the lion. The monkey is more intelligent than the lion. The elephant is more powerful than the lion. The bull is stronger than the lion. And yet the lion eats all of them for lunch. The lion destroys all of your excuses for not being a leader. Everything they taught you, the lion cancels. I'm not the strongest. I'm not the most intelligent. I'm not the tallest. I'm not the most powerful. I'm not the most wise. Whatever excuse you come up with, the lion destroys. Which means that leadership has nothing to do with intelligence or power or strength or size. When the lion shows up, all the animals tremble. Why? A leader has arrived. No wonder why God says, I am the Lion of Judah. So the question is, what makes the lion a leader? It's not his strength, not his power, not his intelligence, not his size, not his weight. What makes a leader? I give you one word, and I discovered it. The lion is a leader because of attitude. Everybody say attitude. Say it loud. And that's what's trapped in this room. See, leadership is 80% attitude and 20% skill. And this is why most of the leaders of history were not intelligent people. Their attitude made them different. And that's why we're here. This week, I have come to work on your attitude. Because once your attitude is adjusted, you'll become a dangerous man or a dangerous woman. Write this down, please. Attitude is a product of belief. The lion believes something about himself that makes him dangerous. He believes that he could eat the elephant. He believes that. As a matter of fact, that's where his confidence comes from. A leader has these three principles in their DNA. They develop a belief system that creates an attitude of confidence. What makes a person totally confident no matter what they're facing? What makes them so deeply committed? Their belief system. And this is why you cannot rise above your belief system. Leadership begins with your belief system. When you discover the truth about yourself and you believe the truth about yourself, you become delivered from other people's opinions. I had to be delivered from the brainwashing of the British. The The difference between a follower and a leader is attitude. In other words, attitude is natural to a leader. You cannot fake an attitude. Attitude controls your behavior. It also determines how you respond to life. The lion looks at the elephant. The elephant is 50 times bigger than the lion, 80 times more powerful than the lion. And yet the lion looks at the elephant, and the lion looks at all that power, all that size, all that strength, and the lion looks, and the lion simply thinks. He thinks, lunch. That's the leader. He reduces the elephant to a meal in his mind. His belief system controls how he sees. As a matter of fact, leaders do not see with their eyes. They see with their belief. You want your business to grow? Stop seeing with your eyes. You know, I built a global organization from nothing. I started 5 companies, and they are very successful. And I run all of them still. From nothing. And I still live on an island 7 miles wide. I look at the world and I think, lunch. Leaders do not see with their eyes. They see with their belief. Because the lion sees the elephant as lunch, what does he do? Instead of running away from the elephant, he runs toward the elephant. See, your belief controls your behavior. No one can make you confident. You need to have a delivery of the truth about yourself. And this is why no human can set you free. Don't confuse independence with freedom. I repeat, you are independent, but you are not free. Because no one can set you free. No charter from England can set you free. Jesus said, you shall know the truth. Oh, that's deep, man. And the truth that you know will set you free. The truth about you. And I had to discover that. I discovered the truth about me. And it set me free from other people's perception of me. The lion knows who he is. So he lives out his belief. And he eats elephants. It is my hope in the next 3 days that there shall be an emergence of lions all over Papua New Guinea. As a matter of fact, when you have the right attitude, you become unlimited in your thinking. Because your belief system produces how you see the world. And you can be trapped by your belief system or set free by it, depending on what you believe. Do you believe that you are created to dominate the earth? You can know that and not believe it. So I want to wrap tonight up as introduction on a concept called philosophy. Write the word philosophy down if you get something right. The word philosophy is important because this is where leadership begins. It begins with your philosophy. Philosophy is a product of your ideas about yourself and about life. As a matter of fact, the word philosophy is two words put together. It's the word philo, which means to love, and osophy means to think. So philosophy means to be in love with your thoughts to the point where you believe them. So a philosopher is someone who thinks about their thoughts and think about what they thought about while they're thinking what they were thinking about while they were thinking about while they thought about what they thought about, and they fall in love with their thoughts so much they believe what they thought about. That's why they think it. And every one of you sitting or standing in this room, you have a philosophy. Every human has a philosophy. A philosophy is your belief system. And where did you get it from? You got it from your culture, from your family, from your teachers, from your parents, from your friends, from the books you've read, and what you heard people say. You get your philosophy from your environment. That's why it's so dangerous. Because most of what you heard is not true. But you believe it. And that's why you must check your philosophy, because your philosophy determines how you think like a leader. It actually makes you what you are. Your philosophy controls everything in your life, because your philosophy is your natural belief system. Philosophy, therefore, is very dangerous because it becomes your lifestyle. Look at these lions. I took this photograph myself. We were on a safari in South Africa, coming up the Carib River by Zambia, and I saw lions kill an elephant. That's leadership at work. Look at it. I want you to think of every problem you're facing right now and just simply call it lunch. Look at that leader. Now, let me tell you something about leadership. I saw the lions surround the elephant. And then someone, as if gave a signal, they all jumped on the elephant at the same time. One went to the neck, dug his claws in. One went to the back, dug his claws in. One went to the hip, dug his claws in. One went to the head. And they were all over this massive elephant. And the elephant began to throw them around like wet rags. Just throw them around. And they wouldn't let go. They dug in their teeth and their claws, and they wouldn't let go. As if they were committed to lunch. The elephant threw them around as if they were just feather. But they wouldn't let go. And they were being tossed around, flung in the air, but they wouldn't let go. And after 25 minutes of watching this, the elephant stopped. And the weight of the lions became like lead, because they wouldn't let go. And suddenly, the cats that felt like feather began to feel like steel. And then the elephant collapsed. I learned a lesson that day. Leaders do not quit until they become heavier than the problem. Persistence makes you heavier. Say it. Say it loud. Persistence makes you. Your problem is not a problem. You are a problem to the problem. if you don't let go. The race is not to the swift. It's to those who endure. We lose not because we lost. We lose because we quit. Is life throwing you around? Is your company putting pressure on you? Is your business tempting you to quit? Maybe that's why I was sent into your life. Maybe your ministry is so stressful you want to give up. And maybe the Creator sent me just to tell you, hang on a little longer. It's going to come down. Leaders don't quit until they win. I saw these animals totally dominate an elephant because of their conviction and their persistence. Their belief system was so strong that their leadership brought them total dominance.
Thank you for listening to Crowning Ignorant Kings, where we are cultivating a kingdom community. Please sign up for our podcast, download, like, and share. Look for us on your social media platforms. If you'd like to reach out to us, please send us an email at crowningignorantkings@gmail.com.